Dodgers just confirmed what we all feared. Bad news for Will the Thrill. Not good news for him. Boy, we needed him to be starting, finishing off the season and be ready for the postseason. But Will the Thrill Smith not able to play any or the rest of the games for the season. So, look, he's been out. If you do the math on this, Will's been out just about 2 weeks since his injury. Hairline fracture is what he has in his hand. So about 2 weeks. He's going to sit out the rest of the season, which is another week, 7 total games. So he's going to have about 3 weeks of rehab is what he's going to have to deal with. And will he be ready after 3 weeks? But that's going to give the opportunities to Ben and Dalton to step up and place him. And I think Dave Roberts is going to be sharing the time with them, splitting in between it. We saw Dalton get the start the day before yesterday. Then we saw Ben get the start yesterday. I don't know if it's a switch off thing, what Doc's going to do there, but those guys need to get at bats because they got to carry it through the rest of the season. And Will is just going to have to rest. And hopefully the Dodgers, it doesn't come back to bite them. I don't think it will because Ben Ropet has been playing some damn good ball. So would like to see him continue to get some at bats, but you can't write off Dalton. Dalton's going to need some at-bats again. So it's a hairline fracture. It was announced on yesterday, and so he is going to be out for the entire rest of the season. 7 games are what the Dodgers have left. What are those remaining games? Let's talk about it. So he sits, obviously, today against San Francisco. He's going to sit it out between the 3 in Arizona and the 3 in Seattle, and he'll be ready to go. And if the Dodgers, some miracle, are able to take the Phillies out of the number 2 spot, which I think is absolutely not going to happen. I think the Dodgers are going to be in the number 3 spot. But if that was to happen, that would give him just a few more days of rehab because they wouldn't have to play in the wild card game. But honestly, the way I look at this whole thing, I want the Dodgers playing the wild card game. I don't want them having a break. I don't think a break helps a team in baseball. And you can go back and look at the Rockies when they won everything and then went to the World Series and got swept by the Yankees because they had so much time off because they were sweeping everybody else, and then they got swept. You want to be hot going into it. The Dodgers have had a dismal season as far as what they're expected to do. Still better than most teams, but with what the Dodgers have done, has put them behind the 8 ball and it has them working a little harder and have some must-win situations. So remaining games left. How is that looking? What's the story there? There you go. 3 in Arizona, 3 in Seattle, 1 left for San Francisco. Got to get the sweep. You definitely got to get the sweep today when it comes down to the Dodgers. Got to get the sweep. 4, come on. You beat them 3 times, but the only problem is there's a guy on the mound today that you don't know a lot about. What is it, Trevor McDonald? He's only pitched, I think, 2 innings this season. So Giants taking a look at him. So that's what's going on. Will Smith out the rest of the season. Ben Ropert and Dalton Rushing will share the duties. Dodgers' magic number is now down to 3 to win the West. That's what's going on. The Dodgers looking to win the West, and they're going to do it. Magic number to 3. Got 7 games. You need 3 wins. The way they're playing, they should have no problem taking care of business. You'd like to see him get that win today and bring down that magic number to 2 or maybe even 1, depending on a loss from another team. So that's what it's looking like right now. Dodgers versus Mets. That's what I've been saying from the beginning. That's going to be it. Now, look, if you look at the playoff picture right now, and you look at and you see LA versus Mets, the number 3 going against number 6, Cubbies going against the Padres, 4 against 5, and then you got the Phillies, the number 2 spot. So if the Dodgers were able to overtake the Phillies, which they're 4 games behind that record, so I just don't give them a shot unless they win it out and they go win all 7 games here to end the season and the Phillies drop a few, maybe they get the number 2 spot, but I doubt it very seriously. I think the Dodgers are focusing on the number 3 spot because that's what they're going to get, and they've got to win the division. So you still got to do that. So the playoff picture, I like the way this stacks up, and I was predicting this, a couple of weeks ago, the Dodgers would probably face the Mets, and they are going to face the Mets, and I like that idea. I think the Dodgers facing the Mets for the first opponent is a good opponent to start with for the Dodgers. I don't like him starting with Philly. I wouldn't like that. And I wouldn't like him starting against the Brewers either. But I think that gives them the opportunity to get the wins under themselves and then be able to take on the Phillies and pay them back. And remember, that Philly series in L.A., if it wasn't for Dave Roberts on those first 2 games, you got to think the Dodgers definitely were in position to sweep all 3 games. They won the last one. They lost the first two, but you know if you watched any of those games, the Dodgers definitely could hold on and take care of Philly. And then and by that, your confidence boost is there. You match up against the Brewers, bada boom, you beat them, you're in the World Series, right? And that's how it's going to go. And like I've said before, I always want the Dodgers to match up in the World Series against the Yankees because I want to see the Yankees lose. It's one of those things I have. So there you go. There's the remaining schedule. I showed it to you before. One more game against San Francisco. They'll get tomorrow off. 3 against Arizona in AZ. And 3 against the number 1 team in Seattle. Wow, Seattle, the number 1 spot. That is absolutely ridiculous to see that. All right, so got some mail yesterday. And look, if you're one of those guys or girls that was hating on the Dodgers a few weeks ago and saying the Dodgers aren't going anywhere, you're going down, and then you just get called out by me saying, look, the haters are going to hate, and that's always going to happen, right? But the Dodgers are doing what they're doing. And let me remind you of something for it. So if you predict something you're wrong, like I've predicted things and been wrong, and I'll admit it. I'll come right back out and say it. Like my dad always taught me, if you do something wrong, own it, okay? Own up to it. So if you're hating on the Dodgers, just own up to it. Say, hey, I lost my way. I just started hating. I didn't need to hate, okay? I'm just trying to help you out. That's all I'm trying to help and get on, with your life. So bring the hate mail. I don't mind. Sounds good to me. All right. LA looks to sweep the Giants today. That is the day. Can they do it? Can they make it happen? Well, what happened yesterday? Let's take a look at yesterday. All right. Are you sitting down for this? Conforto. What? 3 hits. He's now up to 203. Did you think it was possible? Conforto showing he's going to be on that postseason roster. You can bet on that. Good to see Edman go deep, too, as well. Nicely done. Muncy as well. And then Ohtani about ready to tie his number. One more home run for him. Puts him at, 54? Is that what he'll have? And that's what he had last year. So looking to try and break that record, which is already a Dodger record. So that looks good. Let's look at the pitching yesterday. It was a small village it took to get this one done. Look at that. 6 pitchers to get it done. So today, you're going to need Sheehan. You're going to need Emmett to go a quality start. So Emmett's got to go. It would be great for the Dodgers if you could get 7 innings out of Sheehan today. If you could pull that off, that would be an absolute miracle to have that go down because that would really help the bullpen out. They're going to get a day of rest tomorrow, but using 6 guys yesterday, that's never a good thing to do for the bullpen. So that's how it went out. But the Dodgers got the win, and now they're poised for the sweep against San Francisco for game number 4. That is coming your way. And that's also going to do it. Dodgers Digest. Subscribe, like, turn on notifications. Let's keep the party rolling as the Dodgers look to go run it back again for your 2025 World Champion Dodgers. It's going to happen. I've been saying this. Brad Stradamus is rarely wrong. Hey, as you go through the day, always remember to think Dodger blue, and let's go Dodgers.